All right, I just want to go over our plans for what's ahead and when things are due. Last week I gave you project number 5, which is the label for the wine or beer or tea box, and that is not due until Tuesday, December 1st, so after Thanksgiving break. So you've had a few weeks, will have had a few weeks on that one. When we come back, this is today, November 17th. Like I said, I'm going over chapter 15. You've already seen all of those. I'm going to explain the web banner assignment, which is due also when we return from break, so also on the 1st. And then I'm going to explain the final project for you. So next week is Thanksgiving break. There's no school all week. When we come back, Tuesday, December 1st is a work day. However, your packaging label, the wine, beer, or tea for my in-person class is due at noon. If you're my online class listening, it is due by midnight. Also, the web banner that I'm going to explain next is due at noon in person, midnight online. Then finally, I'm giving you your overall final project, the house. That is due by the end of class on Tuesday the 8th. That is due at noon for everyone. I do need to go through all those and get grading done. That's the final week, so it will be due by noon for both online and in person, I believe. I shouldn't say I believe. It is due by noon, period. So let's talk about the web banner. That's your next small assignment, kind of based on what you learned right now as far as how we put photos into our Illustrator project. But also we're going to back it up to when you did lesson 16 a week or two ago, and that was about exporting for web. So we talked about how we can export it as a ping, a GIF, a PDF, whatever. So you're going to have to review chapter 16. Specifically on page 444, it starts talking about how you export full artboards. So that'll walk you through that if you've forgotten. So the rubric for your web banner is right here, and I have it open. You're going to be creating a web banner based on the music festival poster that you made a few weeks ago in Illustrator. So Illustrator is what you're going to use for software, obviously, but you also have to embed an image. So not vector art, we're talking rasters or pixels into this Illustrator file. The web banner itself is very specific. So this is the size of your artboard, 960 by 200. And because it's web, the resolution is going to be 72 pixels per inch because it will be shown on a screen, which is pixels. So make sure you set up your artboard using web settings and follow this exact size. And again, it's not just a big white piece of paper with a rectangle this size. Your artboard in Illustrator should be the size of the output. Make sure that all items are pixel perfect. Again, that's in chapter 16. And we talked about aligning things to the pixel grid. In Illustrator, we don't notice that because we're working with vectors. But when we do output it for web, we need it to snap exactly to the square boundaries of the pixels. So again, refer back to chapter 16 that we did a week or two ago and make sure that your work is pixel perfect. I want you to use Adobe Typekit or Adobe Fonts only, meaning I should not get a message saying I don't have this font. If anything, it'll pop up and ask me to activate it. And you must embed at least one photograph. So obviously the posters that you did for this music festival were vector-based, but there's got to be a way to throw in a picture of something, whether it's maybe a concert picture promoting it or something holiday-ish to encourage people to buy tickets as holiday gifts. Think creatively. Also, I want you to think about this as being a web banner. It's something that is fairly small. People are not going to read paragraphs. It's just basically something to get their attention and to encourage them to click on it, to go to a website to buy tickets or whatever, to do something at that point. So kind of look around at different web banners to get an idea of what their goal is. Their goal is to get people interested and to click. So not a lot of words, but you clearly need some sort of call to action here. So a professional banner, it's appropriate for web use, no typos, no grammar issues, double check all of that. This is not this big of a project. It's not a tough one in comparison to some of your others, but it still needs to show advanced level details. So make sure that it has a similar look, that it obviously goes with the poster you've previously made. It should be all branded the same. However, you do need to insert a photo of some sort somewhere on your web banner. Then you're going to be, when you save it, you're going to be exporting it as a PDF, a PNG, and a JPEG at 80% quality, all at 1 scale, meaning 100%. So it will be exactly 960 by 200. And those are the 3 things that you're uploading to Blackboard, not even your Illustrator file per se. So again, look in Chapter 16 if you need a refresher on exporting those different versions. So demonstrate the ability to work on your own. The banner should look unified with the poster that you created for the music festival. And then 10 points is going to be for designer statement, explain what you did and why you made the choices that you did, and how will this impact the consumer reading this web banner. It's going to get them excited to buy tickets, or maybe it's a picture of the concert and you're just promoting it, and it's something that, visually they're going to want to remember that this is coming up and get it on their calendar if it's a free event, whatever. So those 3 outputs and a designer statement are due at the end of class on the Tuesday when we get back from Thanksgiving break. So December 1st noon or December 1st midnight for my online class. If you have any questions, please let me know.